Publisher journey video of the day, HowExpert. Today was a good day. Got a couple hours of work done remotely. I did some work at the Rose Bowl area again. I like it, man. Right now, I kind of like it. I take my coffee in my chair and sit down. You know, no one can bother me, no distractions, really. Because then you got a whole view, nice view of the mountains, sky, nature, and I'm in the middle of the grass, so I love to like just have my own space, you know. It's a peaceful environment that allows you to really focus and think, you know, creatively without any distractions. So that makes a big difference, I feel like, where you work, you know. So that's why test out different places that work for you in terms of the environment. What type of work environments work for you? Some people like to work at home. Some people like to work at a co-working office. Some people like to work at a coffee shop. Some people like to work at, you know, nature, like me. Yeah, I got some couple things done. The next book is about sports and outdoors, so I'm working on that product next. Okay. So stay tuned for that next book, HowExpert Guide to Sports and Outdoors. The content is already finished, but I gotta format it next. But in terms of setting it up on all the platforms out there, like Amazon and so forth, I already did that during work today. My next books, I haven't decided yet, but I made like a total of 10 to almost 15 plus table contents, outlines for my future 10 to 15 plus books in the future. Last night, I was just working on just cranking out table of contents. Just boom, 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 all the main core categories. Sometimes when you're working on projects, right, for some odd reason, your mind has limitations sometimes. Like if I see a list of topics and I saw, for example, art and design, right? And it's funny how sometimes our mind limits our own selves, right? For example, when I saw art and design, I was just like, my limiting beliefs were like, yeah, but in order to do that book, I need images. And right now, anytime I do images for a book, it takes twice, 3 times longer sometimes, way longer than just creating a book with just text. And there was a lot of topics yesterday that required images per se, technically or whatnot. But, you know, if you think about it, like brands like Cliff Notes, they don't really have images, right? They're branded as short summaries of classic books and whatnot. Similarly, like some people prefer quick how-to guides. That's my brand, HowExpert. Quick how-to guides on all topics from A to Z. So maybe it's okay to not have images, you know. So yesterday, you know, in spite of me having limiting beliefs about certain topics needing images, and that kind of like prevented me from following through and creating the table of contents, I said, screw it. Let me just create the outline. Art and design, boom, I made one. You know, another topic that needed images per se, I said, let me just do it. Boom, boom, boom. I did one for architecture. And you know what's interesting? When you work with AI and whatnot, when I ask for the best table of contents for that topic, whether it requires images or not, even without images, it's a very solid, excellent outline. Very thorough. You know, and I can even train AI to say, hey, give me content despite not having images to teach this topic, you know, based on this outline. Or give me a table of contents that doesn't require images to learn the topic, just text. And you know what? AI generates the table of contents for me in that fashion. So just with that mindset, instead of limiting myself, I cannot do this because this topic requires images, I don't have images right now. Technically, I can get images using like even ChatGPT. I can create AI images, right? But for simplicity, right now I'm using AI simply for text right now. I'm sure in the future I will use images, but I'm just used to using just text only right now. So, but in spite of all of these limiting beliefs, I just followed through yesterday, like on focused hours. I was just like, let me just do a table of contents for this. You know, what are the core categories from A to Z? And I just went through it, boom, boom, boom. And I got it done. And you know what? my table of contents for each of the topics has like 15 to 20 chapters. That's very thorough, you know. So I'm confident in the ability to create excellent text and a table of contents, and based on that create excellent content in terms of text. And even if I don't have images per se or don't work with it, I'm going to follow through. And if the readers complain about it or request images, I could revise the book anytime. That's a good thing about the new world of publishing. You don't have to just, publish it and you're not able to revise it. That's not the case. If you publish it, you can revise it anytime later. So my thing is this, like, it's all about speed as well, How fast can you publish a book? It's about quality, but it's also about quantity in terms of the speed, your speed in terms of publishing the book. If I spend so much time on images, I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to take forever to publish. I'm not one of those who publishes just like 10 to 20 books and I'm good with that. Some people are like that, some excellent authors and whatnot. I'm about quality too, but I'm all about quantity as well. So, you don't have to be 100% to follow through and take actions, they say, right? Just if it's 80% good enough, follow through and take action and revise things later. So based on that philosophy, I'm just going to, create the table of contents for every single topic that I see that I'm going for, following a certain theme. Right now, I'm focused on general categories. And just follow through, whether they require images or not, even if it's about art and design. I created a table of contents. It was fantastic. It talked about all kinds of art, all kinds of techniques. It also talked about building an artist's career, all that stuff. So the main big picture of the book is the text. So I can get that done really quickly, and thoroughly. So might as well just create the best solid text content for the book and publish it. And then, when I study how to get images and whatnot later on, I'll revise it later if it's needed, if the book is selling. Because you can spend all this time creating the best book possible, get all these images and whatnot. You publish it out there. You even do advertising, right? Which I do for all my books in all formats. And the book may not even sell. The book may not even sell, and that's the truth. So I'd rather just create the best text content for the book, quickly publish it, so I can focus on quantity of books at the same time. And then if it sells, I'll revise things later, and go from there. Hold on a second. Some person just drove right in front of me. Just like I said, there's all kinds of drivers in LA. Person even has a dashboard too. Okay. Unbelievable. Anyways, I got interrupted for a second, and yeah, back to my point. I'm just going to focus on just creating the best book possible. Focus on the text so I can get my books done A to Z. And after that, if everything's good to go, if the book sells really well and the reader's requests, are complaining, maybe like, oh, there's not a lot of images here and whatnot. Guess what? I'll add the images later when the book sells and I get a lot of reviews. I don't want to do it all right now because I've had the experience taking too much time focused on just one book, and next thing you know, I'm wasting my time and energy creating all these other books. I could create like 10 other books. That's how long it takes. Sometimes if I need images for the book and I add a lot of it, but the time it takes for me to create a book with a lot of images, I could create 5 text only books, and 5, maybe up to 10 if I just focus on text only. So that's what I'm going to do right now moving forward, because for me, you know, you don't have to be 100% perfect. When you try to be 100% perfect, it's going to take forever, and you're always going to find a reason not to publish if it's not perfect yet. You know what I mean? So my philosophy is, if it's 80% good enough, let's publish. Let's move forward. And if it sells well, I'll revise it later then. And if it sells well, I'll have urgency to, oh, I gotta fix this. I'll do it, and I'll work faster too, because, you know, there's a lot of demand for change or whatnot. So anyways, that's just my thought of the day. Publish your journey. And other than that, yeah, it's all about rinsing and repeating. You know, once you find a formula to build and succeed in your business, online business, whatever type of business you're in, just follow that formula. Whatever works for you. First phase, try out everything. Number 2, analyze what works, gets you results and sales and traffic and results, sales, okay? Even if it's tiny, especially if you're a newbie, even if it's tiny, even if it's $1, that's a sign that something is working. And third point, focus on whatever works, double down, take massive action, rinse and repeat on what works, that formula that works for you. And that's the formula I've used for internet marketing for years, and it also works for publishing business as well. You know, so oh yeah, by the way, I wanted to share with you, one of the future books I'm working on is about online business. HowExpert Guide to Online Business. It's going to be about 15 chapters. Very thorough table of contents from start to finish to teach you how to start, grow, and succeed in your internet business. I'm an internet entrepreneur, internet marketer for 15 plus years, so why not create a book on it as well? So stay tuned for that book. I'm also going to do a book about digital marketing. I'm also going to do another book about, you know, the publishing business, you know, as well as all the core categories like health and wellness, business, you know, education, history. I've already done those, you know, as well as another book about turning your passion into profit as well. So I have so many book ideas right now. That's why I can't waste my time focusing on just making one book perfect. It's not about perfection, it's about progression, they say, right? So, and even the top leaders, authors, experts say something like, if it's, as long as it's 80% done good, publish it, launch it, you know? And then when it sells well, then you can revise things later. That's the lesson of the day I'm learning. I want to share with you as well, so you can take massive action to keep going forward, okay? Because the number one thing that slows people down in this journey, I notice, is perfection. Trying to be 100% perfect before they launch, before they publish, before they upload a video. And if you have that perfectionism mindset every single time, you're not going to publish. You're not going to launch as much. I'd rather be launching constantly, continuously, rinsing and repeating, than just like trying to, you know, make everything perfect to launch just one book, you know? So that's a quick lesson of the day. Thanks for watching. Click the link below the video to learn more. Talk soon, all right? Take care. Bye.